Hi, I'm Nathaniel Osborne, and I'm the scenic designer for The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
My name is Melanie Osborne, and I'm the producer and the costume designer for The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
My name is John Smiley, and I am the director of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. My biggest obstacle in directing The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe has probably been the fight scenes. They're so intricate, and it's not necessarily my specialty. I've had the luxury of having a great fight choreographer. His name is Nathaniel Alge. He's also playing Ulf in the show. And I also think that this show, when you read the book, it is so fantastical. So how do you take this sort of fantastical story and then translate it to the stage? So I think just translating something that is so vibrant, so wonderfully imaginative, and bringing some truth to that when you see it up on in a theater as opposed to a movie theater.
My biggest obstacle in designing costumes for The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe was the fact that I wanted to make the characters fun, at the same time not silly. I needed for them to be believable as animals, but not cartoonish. So it was really interesting to try to find that balance between an animal and a human when we're not doing fursuits or anything like that. So it needed to be a representation of an animal without actually being an animal. So that was the biggest challenge.
My favorite aspect of designing the set for The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe would really have to be the versatility that the set required. The main stage doesn't really change very much, and so you have to have the entire set be able to be used for different purposes. The same set piece that is a witch's castle also has to be the forest and a beaver's house and Mr. Tumnus's house, so it really had to be something that could be interpretive and transitional from place to place, and that was probably my favorite aspect.
My favorite costume for The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe would probably be Mr. Tumnus. It suspends reality just a little bit when you look at him in his costume and try to figure out, how is he doing that, or how did they do that?
The audience is really going to love how wonderfully sort of immersive and interactive this play is. We're not asking them to lean back, we're asking the audience to lean in and go for the ride with us. I mean, we need the audiences to help us tell the stories.
I think audiences will love the interactiveness of this show. It's very interpretive. All of the characters and all of the set is really a blank slate. You can kind of take whatever you want from it or project whatever you want onto it.
My favorite moment in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is really the moment that Lucy walks through the wardrobe and sees Narnia for the first time. It kind of takes us back to a magical place and helps us to remember that there are still those moments to be had in life. You just kind of have to look for them, even if it's somewhere that's unexpected.
My favorite moment in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is probably the return of Aslan, the return of the King of Narnia. The country has been in such despair and turmoil since he's left. The White Witch has taken control, and now the return of the king means this sort of glimmer of hope is coming back. And to watch Aslan come on in this sort of magical moment, and then having all of the residents and forest animals of Narnia come back, and everybody knows that there's hope. They know that the witch is going to ultimately be defeated, and that's a nice moment in the show.
My favorite moment of the show is the top of it. It's the opening, it's the entrance into Narnia, it's the first time you're seeing the full set and all of the characters in it. It's beautiful, you see the snowfall, it's very magical.
I think that audiences will love this production for the fact that it allows you a brief moment to imagine, to dream, to kind of let your thoughts run wild, and suspends reality. It gives you the opportunity to be a kid again.
I would just like audiences to know the amount of time that goes into something like this. You show up and you see 80 minutes, but you don't see the production meetings and the rehearsals and the hours spent painting the sets. It's a huge undertaking to take on, and it's made with love and care for you guys to enjoy. And so just think about that when you're watching the show, all the time and the effort and the love that went into creating the show.
Please come check out The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe at DeSoto Family Theatre. It's really going to be a treat to share with your whole family. You're not going to want to miss it, I can guarantee you.